morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Today's the 8th. Good.
Yeah, every day is a little better. Yeah, it's Friday. Staring down a 3-day weekend.
Yeah, we're closed on Monday.
Close on Monday, yep. I'm going to start if that's okay.
Please.
Okay. I just want to take a minute, to thank all of our electeds, incoming, outgoing. It's a pretty thankless job. It's a volunteer job for the most part, and it's really hard. So, congratulations and thank you to those coming in. Congratulations and thank you to those going out. You and I are going to be meeting with the incoming members over the coming weeks, supporting them in any way we can to get them ready to start on the new year. And we'll be doing some recognition in December for those outgoing members. But it's democracy at work. It's still working here.
It doesn't stop, right?
Doesn't start.
Democracy
Doesn't stop.
Yeah,
I also want to
starts.
thank Nova and her team who put together a lovely party here in the chambers for those that came. There wasn't many of us for the first while, but then around 7:30 we got a good turnout. We had the results up on the screen here, some results on that screen over there, and we had balloons and a party.
One left.
It's a good time. Anyway, so yeah, thanks to everybody for election week. What else do I want to say? We already said we're closed on Monday. Just put that down. Put it down.
I am putting it down.
Okay, thank you. Closed on Monday for Veterans Day. All of our emergency services are still available though.
Of course.
Yeah. And, but there is still something going on. So Devendorf Park at 11 a.m., our traditional Veterans Day ceremony will be there. Councilmember Richards will be speaking, as he typically does.
Yep.
So please go up there and for that short celebration at 11 o'clock.
Yep. Yeah, and thanks
Sharp.
to...
Is Richard going to ring the bell?
Yes, Mr. Kreitman will ring the bell, the World War I Memorial bell. And thanks to Ashley and Leslie, as usual, for quarterbacking
That's great.
the whole event.
And then the last thing I have, and then I'm just on the edge of my seat for what you have to say today. We have PC next week, Planning Commission next week, mostly regular development projects. However, we are doing at the top of the meeting a discussion on our AD ordinance, which has gone through drafts, and we've been meeting with Coastal Commission and HCD. And so we're coming back to the Planning Commission with the next version of that to get their feedback. Hopefully what will come out of this is the last little bit of refinement. We will put the finishing touches on it, and then within the next couple months be coming back with the final draft version for the Planning Commission to make a recommendation to the City Council to start the adoption process.
It's great. It's huge. It was a lot, just a big lift. So well done to the planning team.
Yeah, it's been Evan Court's baby. He's really
Nice
done
job,
a great
Evan.
job, and he was just recently promoted to senior planner. Well deserved, because he's been doing a great job on projects like this. So kudos to him for sure.
Indeed.
Yep.
Absolutely. 100%.
That's what I got.
All right. So what do I have? I have also a big meeting of Forest and Beach Commission next week, next Thursday, the 14th. They're going to have an update and next steps on the Carmel Forest Management Plan. They had some meetings last week, public meetings. We'll receive the report on the sea level rise survey, which is, again, a very important document. Council will be eventually reviewing that. And then the next phase in pickleball. So we did receive an estimate to soundproof the walls. It doesn't have a lid.
Mitigate, not proof.
Or, mitigate.
Reduce.
They're entirely opaque,
Yeah.
so that potentially has some safety issues. So it's very expensive. So Forest and Beach will review that. And again, whether we do it or not remains to be seen. So working on that. What else do I have here? We'll do agenda review next Tuesday for the December meetings. And again, we're going to seat the new council members on December 9th. So we'll have our regular meetings on the 2nd and 3rd. Democracy in action doesn't stop. And then we'll seat the new council members on the 9th. And that's because the elections department has until the 5th of December to certify the election. So we can't seat the new members earlier. Some other good news is that based on the council action on Tuesday, the city went from an inactive community in Rule 20A, and this is again the undergrounding for scenic purposes, not undergrounding citywide. It's the project that the council selected based on the recommendation from council members Barron and Dramoff. Thank you very much for all the effort that you put in for the area around scenic and San Antonio, and Ocean down near Del Mar. So that's great. We're an active community. We can't lose any more funds. We're in the queue for design by PG&E. It's real good progress. Thank you to Javier for stewarding that. And then the San Antonio Walkway project begins, the staging starts on Tuesday, the 12th, and that'll start at 4th Avenue and begin and march northward. So that there'll be a partial road closure, lane closure, diverted traffic for several weeks while that project is worked on. And then I think the last thing I have, B, is that the holiday lighting, thank you to Ashley and Leslie and the library staff. We got a little bit of critique about the colored string lights last year and the last couple years on Ocean Avenue around the island median. So we're changing out all the colored bulbs to soft white. So we're actively working on that. I think the installation might be a little bit, last year they were up, I think, by the 16th of November. So it'll be kind of close whether we meet that.
Maybe a little closer to Thanksgiving this year.
Yeah, maybe just a couple days later. So that's what I have.
That's great. It's a good update. We'll be back on Tuesday. It's lovely out there.
But we're ever present. So again, if you ever need us, you have our cell phone numbers. Don't hesitate to call.
Absolutely. And take good care.